you're ready. Okie doke, so Monday, beginning of the week, end of the weekend, loosening up, getting ready for a week of whatever we're doing. So let's start by just rocking the pelvis from side to side, so leaning on one side, leaning on the other. And feel what's happened. You can feel what happens down your leg as you do that. You can feel what happens at your pelvis. You can feel what does your spine and shoulders do when you weight bear on one side of your body. So obviously you've taken your legs out of the equation, but you get to feel what the spine's doing. Okay, come bring that movement smaller and smaller and just shimmy from side to side. And when you're doing this, notice if you feel like you're on your the front side of those knobbly bits, or the back side, or the middle, because you can feel if you're sitting with your pelvis evenly. So just come to what you feel is the middle to a standstill. Look at your feet. Are your feet both pointing the same? So my right foot has fallen, the sole of my right foot points to my left foot more, the left foot straight. So I'm going to straighten that right foot up. And then I'm going to glide my right foot forward and pull that left foot back. Glide the left foot forward, so it's coming from my pelvis. Pushing forward with that right leg, so my knees are staggered. And then change. And notice, so go right foot forward, left foot back, and see the difference in distance. And then change and see, oh, it doesn't go quite the same, so make it, stretch it. Push one forward, change, left leg forward. Right leg forward, left leg. So it keeps you honest. So I do not go as far with my left forward as my right. So I've got to move it, move it, move it, stagger it. So I'm trying to keep my shoulders square. So this is really a good one for horse riding, but it's good for all sorts, windsurfing, running. Okay, make that movement smaller and smaller. Rub those legs. Warm them up a bit, and then take those kneecaps, give those kneecaps a rub, swirling them around, rub the inside of those thumbs down the inside of those kneecaps, push the kneecaps over, and you can slide your finger under the back of the bottom edge of that kneecap. And then you can push those kneecaps back across to the inside and slide your thumb down the inside edge, give that familiarization with that kneecap. And then slide those hands down to the feet, soften your knees. Soften your knees so that they come off the floor a bit. Feel the stretch down the back of the hamstrings and the back of the calves. Pull the toes towards your nose. You can slide your hands over the soles of your feet, so my big toes and my wrist. And then I can gently push my right knee down towards the floor, and then the left knee down towards the floor. Right knee, left knee. So I'm increasing that stretch in the back of the legs. And then let those knees come up a little bit. Pull that tummy onto those thighs and feel the stretch change into the lower back. And then with these toes, we can push those toes away and feel the stretch change into the armpits. So I'm feeling my right arm get small stretch than the left. So push the left toes, make sure that they're even. Look at those feet. Are you pushing even amount away? And then release. Let those hands slide along the legs, roll those shoulders up to the ears, pop them on the floor behind you. Lift your chest up, squeeze your upper arms together, breathing in, breathing out. Push forward. And I actually get quite a lot of cricks here. The cricks I normally get on the roller, I kind of starting to be able to iron out here, which is a good thing. Because then I can do this in my day by holding my hands together behind my back, bring that chin up high. And then bring that chin all the way down in towards the chest. Really pushing the back of the neck. Slide those eyes to the right side of the right leg. Keeping that chest up, keeping those shoulder blades pulling together. Pulling that left ear away from that left shoulder. Really reaching. And then swing the eyes to the floor between the legs. And then over to the left side of that left leg. Pushing that right ear away, squeezing those shoulder blades together, and then releasing in the front. And as you release, realize that you've let your shoulders come forward a bit, so pull them back, pulling that chin into the chest. Bring the eyes up, hands onto those legs, and just slide yourself forward again. This time I've taken my hands down the inside of my feet, around my heel, soften those knees, push the top of the head towards the toes, lengthen that spine, push those knees down towards the floor, sit yourself back up vertically, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, pop those hands a bit further away behind the floor, pull the elbows together, push that chest forward, take the chin up to the sky, bring the toes to the nose, push the knees into the ground. Bring that chin down into the chest, stretching the back of the neck again. Tip that head to the right. So we're tipping the right ear to the right shoulder. And take that chin through to the right. And then bring those eyes up back to the middle. Bring the chin back into the chest, tip that head to the left. Bring that left ear to the left shoulder. And then swing that chin through towards the left shoulder. And then bring those eyes back into the middle, so you're kind of doing a circle. Release those arms off the floor, bring them over in front, breathing in. On the out breath, lower down, one vertebra at a time. Push those hands forward, pushing through the lower back, through the pelvis. Try to get the pelvis flat on the floor before any of those ribs go down, all the way down. And then take those arms all the way over the head. Breathing in, reach those fingers away, breathing out. Push that right hand away from the right foot and let that back arch up a little bit. Take hold of that right hand and reach it over to the left side of the mat. Take hold of those feet and bring them over to the left side of the mat. And I just lift my bum up and move it to the right a little bit. Stretching, putting the right hand, reaching the right hand from the right foot. Reaching, keeping those hips parallel, keeping those shoulders parallel. So if you feel anything in the lower back, make sure you push that right hip down so you feel the stretch through that right side. And then release those legs back to the middle, walk them over to the left side of the mat, lift the bum up to the right and take those hands to the left. Cross that right leg over that left leg, keep those hips parallel, reach that right foot away from that left foot. Breathing in. Reach that left hand away from that left foot. Feel it the stretch down that side through that armpit. And then come back to the center. Bring those arms all the way up to the sky, chin into the chest. Roll yourself slowly back up, hands on the legs. Slide them all the way down to those feet. And then sitting up nice and tall. Bring that roller into the mat. So soften those knees, feet flat on the floor. Breathing in, and on the out breath, we're going to lay back onto the roller. Bottom ribs always start on the roller. Breathing in, breathing out, push up through that breastbone, bottom of the ribs up to the sky, let that head come down. Bring that chin into the chest. Slide the bum forward, breathing in, breathing out. Stretch over that roller, so push that breastbone to the sky, let that head come down. And then bring that head in. Bring yourself forward, breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen over that roller. Bring that head back up. So we're moving the roller just a few vertebrae further up towards the base of the neck, breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthen. Hold that head down, hold the bum down, and then just, lifting the bum up a few centimeters, just roll that roller down towards the base of the spine. The base of the ribs, not the spine. Down to the bottom of the ribs, and then roll it all the way back up towards the neck. So slowly down, nursing through all of those joints, through the joins of the vertebra to the discs, and then all the way back up again. And then slowly all the way down. And then leaning on that left side, all the way down. And then all the way back. And then come back to the center. And then leaning on that right side. All the way up, all the way down. So I'm taking about the count of 3 to go all the way, or 3 to 5 seconds to go down to the bottom of the ribs and back up. Now I want you to lean over onto that right side. We're going to go all the way over. Let that arm come straight, all the way through that armpit. So I've got my hips off the floor and just rest at the bottom of that shoulder blade and just rock forwards and backwards. So on a Thursday, we do a lot more of this through that shoulder alley. So this is all the way up, all the way down, just give you a little taster. So base of the shoulder blade, through into that armpit, all the way down, through that base of that shoulder again, and then gradually turn over onto the back. So do the back side of the side, and then all the way onto the back, keeping the head down, keeping the bum down, and then over onto the other side. So I'm supporting my head with my top arm. I'm trying to keep my head down towards the floor and the bum down all the time. And then we're going all the way onto that left side, through those bottom ribs. Rock yourself a little bit forwards and backwards at the base of that shoulder blade. And then come through that armpit. And then all the way down. All the way back up. All the way through. Back onto the back. And then rest the bum on the floor. Get that roller at that bra strap area. Take hold of the head in the hands, breathing in. Breathing out, lengthen. Rest that head on the floor. Straighten those legs out. Take the arms over the head, palms together. Push those hands away. Feel even now that we've rolled through those shoulders. Push those hands away. Feel the stretch through the fascia of the belly. Feel the stretch through the ribs, through the underneath the chest. Reaching, stretching through those ribs. Point those toes. Push those fingers away. Slide those hands out. Take hold of the right wrist and pull it over to the left a bit. Stretch that right side. And then do the same to the other arm. Stretching. And then bend those arms. Take hold of the head. Bend the legs up. Feet on the floor. Rolling just once up, once down. It's a bit brutal to come straight up into sitting from there. So roll down and then roll back up. Bring that chin into the chest. Use those elbows and come all the way back up into sitting. All the way back up. So move the roller out of the way. Pop it not too far away. Stretch those legs out straight. Slide those hands down towards those feet. Soften those knees. Pull yourself all the way forward. Rocking from side to side. Pulling yourself forward. Loosen that head and neck. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push those knees into the floor. And bring yourself all the way up into sitting. Rolling those shoulders all the way around and back. Bring those arms up in front of you. Breathing in. On the out breath, lower all the way down to the ground. All the way down to the ground. Leave those arms on the floor beside you. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Slide those shoulder blades down on the floor. Feel that those ribs are all even on the ground. Turn that head over to the right ear on the ground. Push that right nose, the right side of your nose down towards the floor. Feel the stretch. Push those hands towards the feet, keeping the shoulders on the ground. Stretching through that neck. Breathing in. Breathing out to lengthen the legs, drawing the core. Make sure your back's not too arched. So you've got all those ribs on the ground, up and back on the ground. Bring that head back up to the sky. Turn those eyes over to the left. So lift the head and turn it. So we keep the ear under the other ear in column with the spine. Pushing that left nostril to the floor. Pushing that right shoulder blade into the ground, lengthening, keeping those hips parallel. And then release, bring that head back up. Breathing in, slide those fingers under the bottom, breathing out. Push off those elbows and come up onto the top of your head. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that chest up higher as you breathe out. As you breathe in, flare those ribs, spreading them away from each other. Breathing out, push that breastbone higher. If you feel this in your lower back, draw in your core slightly, pull that waistband down to the floor. I use my heels to pull myself and lengthen my feet away from my torso. Now my shoulders have released, so I'm going to push my shoulders back together, lift that breastbone up higher, breathing in. Breathing out, release yourself down to the ground. Bring those knees into the chest one at a time, and then holding them, hug them, lift that tailbone up off the floor and release. Lift that tailbone off the floor and release. Push the tailbone into the ground, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, have that neutral spine. Let those knees flop apart. Put those hands on the inside of your knee joints. Neutral spine, pushing the tailbone down, make sure those ribs are all on the floor. Pull those shoulders away from the ears and lengthen that spine. Pushing those knees away, breathing in, holding them apart, breathing out. Push those knees in towards those arms, don't let them move. Lengthen, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release the push and let those legs fall further apart. Stretch that inner thigh. Rock that right side, rock that left, rock that right, rock that left. Let the opposite hip lift up, rocking the right leg down and the left hip comes up and vice versa. And then come to rest. Push those knees into those arms again. Breathing in. On the out breath, release, let those knees flop apart. Straighten the right leg up in the air, straighten the left leg up in the air, point those toes. Flex those feet, push those heels away from the bum, pull those toes down towards the tummy. Circles with those feet one way. Circles the other way. Lengthen those shoulders. All those shoulder blades to back, release those legs. Bring those knees back together, pop those feet on the floor, lengthen the legs out, take the arms all the way up over the head, hold them above the chest. Pull those shoulders into the floor. Reach those hands up and push the spine in the floor and let the shoulders come away from the ground. So the shoulder blades have slid round the side of your ribs. Now pull those shoulder blades flat into the ground. Let them feel the spine lift up slightly. Take those arms out wide onto the floor. Feel those shoulder blades almost touch behind your back. Pull them towards you. Now push those arms away. Feel how they can't kind of go. They can't go away from they can't go around your ribs. Now pull those shoulders together. Bring those arms up above your chest. Now bring those arms all the way up over your head, keeping the shoulder blades down. Now reach those arms away above your head. Sliding them up on the floor, stretch those shoulder blades up towards your ears. Now pull those shoulders away from the ears, pulling the blades down. Bring those arms up into the sky, keeping those blades down. Bring those arms up over, back down by your side. Slide your fingers under your bum, breathing in. On the out breath, push those elbows into the floor, come up onto the top of the head. Push those toes away. Breathing in, fill those lungs up, spread those ribs. Breathing out. Pull those shoulder blades together, really trying to pop that chest up above those shoulder blades. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push. And then release. And then bring those knees into the chest again. Bring the nose up to the knees so you huggle yourself up small. Huggle up small. Good. Now rest that head back on the floor. Take those arms away, straight above your chest. Straight above your chest. Bring those arms all the way down to the floor above your head. Take your feet away from your bottom slightly. So neutral spine. We've got our ribs all on the ground. We're going to take that, extend that right hip so that the foot comes flat onto the floor. Keep the knee bent. So this is a heel tap. Bring that leg back up. Nothing moves except that leg. Right leg, rotate that thigh over, keeping that pelvis in neutral. So it's parallel to the floor. The line between the pubic bone and the front of your hip is parallel to the floor. Take that right foot down to the ground. Bring that right foot back up. So your waistband slightly elevated. Take that left foot down. Your ribs are all on the ground. Bring that left foot up. Take that left foot down as you breathe out. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. Bring that left foot back up. Take that left foot down and bring it back up. Bring those arms up to the sky. Bring those arms all the way around so they point past your bum. Roll your shoulders into the floor. Lift your chest up off the ground. So upper back's up. So try to lift your shoulders off the ground and work through that tummy. And then release the shoulders onto the ground. And then lift. So we've got to use more tummy. Good. Eyes up. And then release. Visualize you've got a grapefruit under your chin. So don't pull your chin hard into your chest. Lift your upper back up off the floor so I can slide a sheet of paper under my shoulders. Good. Well done, everyone. Holding here. Take that right leg down. Tap the heel on the floor. Bring it back up. Take that left leg down. Tap the heel on the floor. Bring it back up. Lift that. Take the right foot down. Lift those shoulders up higher. Bring it back up. Take that left foot down. Bring it back up. Arms into the sky, upper body down onto the floor, release that head. Hands all the way over your head, pull those shoulders down, support those shoulder blades. Tap that right heel down on the floor, don't let the lower back lift, bring the right foot up. Tap the left foot down, heel to the floor, bring it back up. So we do progressions. So we're going to advance it a bit. Take that right foot down to the floor. Slide that right leg out straight, making sure that your spine stays in neutral. You can have the foot off the floor only if you don't move that back. Bring that right foot back in, bring it back up. Take that right leg over, tap the foot on the floor, slide it away from you, extending through that hip. So you might feel your lower back wants to lift, bring that right leg back in, bring it back up. We haven't stretched the hip flexors yet, so it'll be easier when we've done that. Left leg over to the floor. Extend it out straight. Clench with the bum. Bring that left leg in. Bring it back up. Shoulders down. Eyes to the sky. Left leg over to the floor. Slide it out straight. Bring it back in. Lift it back up. Bring those arms up to the head. Up to the sky, sorry. Hug your knees. Bring your tailbone up off the floor. And then extend that right leg straight. So let's stretch the hip. Pull this left knee in towards the armpit. Really lengthen that left knee away from the right knee. The left foot away from the right foot. Stretch that right leg. Pull this left leg over your body, all the way to the floor, turning the eyes left, breathing in. Breathing out, push that left knee to the floor. Push that left hand away. Eyes left, breathing in. Breathing out, coming over. Push that left hand away. Reaching, stretching. So left hip follows the left knee. Tummy button's trying to come to the sky. Ribs are trying to come to the sky. Breastbone up. Push that left hand away. Push that left shoulder off to the hand. Push the left shoulder away from the left hip. Stretch. Bring that left arm back. So we come over onto our right hand side. Roll onto that right hand side. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Breastbone, tummy button, pubic bone in a line. Take hold of the top leg. So foot stays away from the bum. If you put your foot on your bum, your calf and hamstring push against each other and you open just pry that knee apart. So we're going to take that leg behind us. So we're pulling that thigh backwards, keeping the pubic bone forwards. And we're going to push that foot, push that right foot. So I'm taking my right leg forward a bit and pushing my left foot into that left hand. Let that left shoulder come down and back. Push that left foot into the hand. Extend that left foot and hand away from each other. Stretching. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pushing that foot into the hand. Release the push and lengthen that leg further away. So if I if I keep falling like I'm feeling like I'm falling back, just readjust your body. Stretching through the front of that hip. Pulling that foot, can pull the foot upwards towards the head, and then stretch through that hip, and then release. Put that right leg straight, bring that left foot over and under this right leg. Roll that left shoulder up to the ear, down and back. Roll that left shoulder up to the ear, down. Lift that left arm up into the sky. Pull that left arm behind you. Don't let your body tip. Push that left hand away behind. Feel the stretch through that arm. Stretch those fingers away from each other. Reach that hand away behind you. Feel the stretch through the forearm. Feels like you've got gloves on because of the stretch of the skin. Push, feel the stretch through that, through the bicep, through the upper arm. Feel it through the chest. Bend that elbow and push that arm back more. Feel it through that chest. Straighten that arm. Glide that arm left, glide it right. So let gravity just pull it. If you want, you can put a light weight in your hand to do this one. You get more stretch in your chest. Swing that arm. Bring that arm all the way back over to the floor in front. Take the underneath arm underneath it, so both arms are away. Slide this left hand all the way up to the sky, all the way around your head, all the way around on the floor. All the way up, all the way around. Let the body open up as it rolls backwards. Bring that arm all the way over the body. All the way up, all the way around. And then rest it in front of you. And then bring it down over that leg. Behind on the floor, all the way around. So the body rolls back a bit. One more time with that left arm. The body will roll back to keep that arm on the floor. And then come back together. Untangle those legs. Bring yourself back onto your back. And then roll over onto the other side. Sorry, not rolling over onto the other side. Roll onto your back. Stay on your back. So right leg out straight. Pull that left knee in towards that armpit again. Reaching the legs away from each other. Turn that left leg around and pop that left foot on the right knee. Pull that right knee in. Push that left knee away. Stretching through the glutes. Hold that leg in a rotated fashion. Holding this left knee away. Push the left knee into that left hand. So we're engaging it while it's rotated. Breathing in. Breathing out, release. Pull the right knee in, push the left knee away. So I was reading a lot or watching some YouTube stuff about bunions, foot placement, arch height, and all of the new way of discussing, which is what I've been talking about for ages, which Emma will know from training a long time ago. Everything to do with the lower body is to do this external rotation of this thigh. That's how we avoid back pain. That's how we sort bunions out. That's how we sort arch height. It's the external rotation of the thigh, which is the clam. But we can't do that if these muscles are tight in the hip. So we've got to get hip mobility. So pulling this left foot in, pushing the left knee out. And then release that right leg. Hold on to the left knee, pull it in. One more time, pull that left leg all the way over the body, reaching, stretching through that lower back. Letting the hip come over, pulling that shoulder to the floor. And then release now, release back onto the back and let that left leg go out straight. Okay, just lying like this, you should feel that your left leg goes flatter to the floor than your right leg. Pull that right knee in. So stretching through that hip, pulling the knee away from the other knee, pulling the right foot away from the left foot. Stretching through that groin. And then pull this right leg over your body, all the way over to the floor. Right hand away, pulling this right knee down. Turn those eyes right. Keep that right shoulder down, gives you more space in your neck to be able to turn. Straighten that left leg, so we're turning on a spindle. Let that right hip follow that right knee. Try to bring the tummy button up to the sky. Try and bring that breastbone over, keep the shoulder back and down. Push that shoulder towards that arm, push that hand away, keep that shoulder on the ground. Breathing in, breathing out, lengthen. Push the head, the ear to the floor. Push the hand away from knee, shoulder away from hip. And then release that arm, release the head and roll over onto your left hand side. Support the head with the underneath arm. Roll that top shoulder all the way up to the ear, down and back. Take hold of the top leg. Make sure your pubic bone, tummy button, breastbone is in the line. And then pull that right knee behind you. Pushing the foot away, releasing the shoulders. Pushing the foot into the hand. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that foot into the hand and lengthen. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that foot into the hand. Lengthen that foot and hand away from you. And then release the push. Hold the foot still and just try to pull the foot upwards. So we take the knee back. So I can walk my hand down my ankle towards the calf and I'm trying to pull that foot up behind. Not pull it in, but pull it up. Good, so we're pulling that hip open. Clenching with the bum, feel it through that hip. And then release that top leg. Put the leg underneath leg straight, put the top leg under the bottom leg. Roll that top shoulder up to the ear, down and back. Up to the ear, down and back. Bring that arm in the sky and let that hand hang backwards behind you. Stretch those fingers apart from each other. Push that hand away. Push that hand away. Lengthen. Lengthen through that arm. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lengthening through that arm. Lengthening through that chest. Feel it through the forearm. Feel it through the upper arm. Feel it through that chest. Pulling that shoulder blade down behind you. Stretching. Feel it bit in the neck. Glide the arm up towards the head, glide it down, glide it up, glide it down, glide it up. Bend the elbow and push that elbow towards the floor. Stretch through that chest, stretch through that neck, stretch that arm out straight. Increase that stretch. Bring that arm all the way over to the floor in front, take the underneath arm underneath. And bring that hand all the way around in a circle, all the way over your head, all the way around and over your body. All the way up, all the way around the head. Try to keep it on the floor, keep it on the ground. You have to lean your body back. Bring that arm all the way up. So we're stretching through the thoracic at the same time as the shoulder. Realizing, hands together, and then take the hand down. Realizing that in order to move and get full extension of your shoulder, you have to move those ribs all the way. One more time around. All the way around. Bring those hands on top of each other and then take that arm, top arm, all the way over on the floor. All the way over behind you, reaching, putting the shoulders to the floor. And then all the way back. And then all the way open. Eyes come over and all the way back. And all the way open. And let the body roll over onto your back. Get yourself straight on the mat. Left leg out straight. Bring that right leg in towards the armpit one more time. Pulling that right knee in. Take hold of that right foot. Pull the right foot up. Bring the left knee up. Pull that left leg. Rest the right foot on the left thigh. Push that right knee away. Keep those shoulders all the way down and back. Pull that left knee in. Push the right knee away. Hold yourself in this rotated position. Push that right knee into that right hand. Breathing in. Breathing out. Release the push and lengthen. And then let go of that left leg. Let go of that right foot. Hold the right knee in. And then let go of that right leg. Stretch it out straight. Bring those arms all the way over the head. So we stretch the whole body. We reach ourselves nice and long. And then we take those arms up to the sky, pulling the shoulder blades down as we do it. And we bring those arms by our side. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Feel those hip flexors open. Feel those legs nice and long. Feel the calves, thighs down towards the floor. Turn those palms up. Palms up means that our shoulder blades are connected. Turn your palms down. Feel how it makes your shoulders roll forward. Turn those palms out. Feel how it pulls those shoulder blades together. Draw that core in nice and strong. Point those toes and lift that left leg straight up into the sky without moving the torso. Flex the foot. Point the toe. Lower that left leg down to the ground. Point the right leg. Bring that leg up into the sky. Flex the foot. Point the toe. Lower the right leg back down. Draw that left leg all the way up into the sky. Slide the hands up the back of the leg and pull it towards your chest. Point the toe. Flex the foot. Keep the leg straight. Point the toe. So just come. Bring with this leg as come as high as you can. But keep it straight. Keep the knees straight. So if you can't bring it over your body, don't worry about it. So just slide your hands down your thigh a bit. Yeah, so that your leg is here and lock the knee. Flex, point. So move your hands down towards your bum more so that your leg is straight. You've got your knee bent. You've got your hands up by your knee and your knees bent. So slide them down, straighten the leg and let the foot go away from you more. Flex, point. Take those hands away. Lower that leg down to the ground. Right leg, bring that leg up, keep it straight, come as high as you can with it straight. Hands behind the thigh, only as far up to the knee as you can. Keep that knee straight. Flex the foot. Point that toe. Flex that foot. Point that toe, release those arms away, lower that leg all the way down to the ground. Bring that left leg into the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull those legs towards the head. Pull those legs towards the head. Bend those knees. Pull those knees into the chest. Let those knees go back out above the hips. Straighten those legs up. Pull those legs in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lower that left leg to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulders down. Bring the right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold behind the legs. Pull them towards you. Let go of the legs. Lower that left leg down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands up to the sky, chin into the chest, rolling up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay vertical, chest up. Glide those hands forward over those feet. Bring yourself up to vertical. Lean yourself back, chest up, breathing in. Lovely. Come up to vertical. Leaning forwards, good, chest up. Come back up to vertical, bring that chest up high, 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 good. Leaning back, hold yourself here, cross those arms over. Turning to the right. Back to the center. Turning left. Back to the center. Turning right. Back to center. Left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. One more to the right. Good. Hold it right. Pulse it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Turning left. Pulsing. This is good for your front crawl. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center, arms out in front. Lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Bring those arms all the way over the head. Breathing in on the out breath. Pull those shoulders down to the waist. Chin into the chest. Roll yourself all the way up. All the way up to vertical. Put those hands on the floor. Swing the legs around and come onto your tummy. Come onto your tummy. So we're going to do a little partial cobra. Not going to come all the way up. So clench the bum, push the pubic bone into the floor. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lengthen those legs, draw in that tummy. Breathing in. On the out breath, pushing those elbows into the floor. Lift that chest up off the ground. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that chest forward. Pull those elbows back towards the waist. Lengthen those legs. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lower yourself down to the floor, legs down, body down. Breathing in, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the ground, lift those legs up off the floor. Draw the tummy in, lift it up off the floor. Lift that upper body up. So we're resting on the bottom ribs, the pubic bone and the arms. Push that chest as if you're trying to slide it towards the front of the mat. Lift that chin up as if you've got a candle underneath it, burning your chin. And then release. Breathing in, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Pulling those elbows down towards your waist, pushing that chest forward, lengthening those legs, lift that tummy up. Resting on the bottom ribs, make sure they're on the ground, pushing forwards with that chest, think of the candle under your chin. Lifting your head away from the floor and release. Bring those hands around, leave those hands where they are, changing the subject. Right, drawing in the core, lift the belly off the ground, clench the bum, push the pubic bone into the floor, lengthen those legs, keep that forehead on the ground. So legs are lengthened, clench with the bum, lift the right leg up and release. Lift and release. No pivoting of the pelvis, lift, release. Slide those hands down and feel the knobbly bit of your pelvis. Lift that right leg up. Don't let those knobbly bits press harder into your hands. You'll use more tummy. Lift, release. 3 more. Release. 2 more. Keep the forehead on the ground. 1 more. Release and let go. Bring those hands back next to your chest. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum. Push the pubic bone in the floor. Draw the tummy in. Lift that. Resting on those bottom ribs. Clench with the left leg and lift. Release. Slide those hands down and rest those fingertips under that bony bit. Lift, release. Lift, don't let the pelvis pivot. Lift, release. Lift, release. 3 more. 2 more. So when I used to do this to start with, I couldn't keep my pelvis off my fingers. It was pushing in. Now it stays nice and strong. 1 more. This is a great one for swimming and for running. Release those legs. Bring those hands back next to the chest. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor. Draw the tummy and lift those legs up. So start to feel what your pelvis is doing without having to have your fingers there. Lift that left leg. Release. Lift the right leg. Release. Left. Right. Left. Right. 2 more on each side. Left, right, left, right. Both legs lift. Take the legs apart. Bring them together. Take them wide. Bring them together. Take them wide. Bring them together. Take them wide. Bring them together and release. Breathing in on the out breath, clench the bum, lengthen the legs, draw in the tummy, lift that upper body up. Resting the the bottom ribs down the floor, just coming in cobra, not coming onto our hands. Pushing the chest forward as if we're trying to get it to the front of the mat, lifting that neck up as if we've got a candle under our chin. And then release onto the floor. Breathing in. On the out breath, we're going to go up into child pose. So Emma, come up on your arms, roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. I've got my hands flat on the floor by my bottom ribs. Clench the bum, lengthen the legs, lift the knees and feet off the ground. Draw the core in, breathing in. On the out breath, just lift the upper body up onto the bottom ribs. So you can be on your elbows here, Em. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift onto those thighs and pubic bone. Breathing in. On the out breath, come onto the knees. Push that bum into the air and go back into child pose. Back into child pose. Pushing those hands forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pushing those hands forward. Bring yourself up onto all fours. Bring yourself up onto all fours. So soft. So if you glide your body back here, Emma, you can take the weight off your hands. Roll the inside of the elbows forward, pulling the knees apart on the mat. Turn the tailbone down, back up, eyes down. Turn the tailbone up, belly down, eyes up. Turn the tailbone down, back up, eyes down to the knees. And turn that tailbone up, belly down, eyes up. Find that neutral spine position. Glide backwards towards those heels, keeping that neutral spine. Pulling the knees apart, lift yourself back up. So you can be very light on your hands here. So my bum is behind my knees, so my weight's on my legs. Glide yourself back. Soft on those arms. Pull the knees apart, come back up onto all fours. Walk those knees forward. We're going to sit down on the mat. Put those feet away from you. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind, lift and turn. Breathing in. Breathing out, turn a bit further. Back to the front. Right hand on left knee, left behind, lift that chest, breathing in. Breathing out, lift and turn. Breathing in here, breathing out and turn further. Come back round to the front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, round and back. Roll the shoulders, set the arms in the sky. All the way around, dust the floor with those hands. Take them all the way up, keep them in the sky. Palms together, bend the elbows, touch the forehead with the palms of your hand, with the base of your hand. Breathing in. Breathing out, reach up as if you're diving into the sea. Push those arms up high, lift that chest up, push the tailbone into the floor. Pull the toes to the nose, pull those knees down, release those arms. Sweep the floor, rest them on your legs. And dry your shoulders. Well done. Nice one, nice one.